The Dire get a ban.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Dire's ban now.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Dire's turn to pick.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Night Stalker.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Bloodseeker.
Dire's turn to pick.
Rubik.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
The Dire get a ban. Soul Warlord. Ten seconds.
Here's the Radiant ban.
Dire's ban now. Ten seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, we are back with the second game of the evening for Gorillaz Pride versus EgoBoys. Gorillaz Pride, G-Pride could take this series 2-0, but EgoBoys with the Troll Warlord and Night Stalker picks, do you want to force this one back? Do you want to take it to all three? And if we take a look at the bans, it's going to be the Puck and the Tiny ban out Ursa, as well as the Ember Spirit for Gorillaz Pride. Meanwhile, on the side of EgoBoys, they take out the Leshrac Viper Lena, as well as the Razor and the Timbersaw. So a few heroes in the last match. LC, the final ban here by Gorillaz Pride for this phase. But yeah, a good few heroes that we saw last match. The Tiny, the Viper, the Lena, the Timbersaw, they're not going to be picked up this match, but it does open the Venomancer here for Gorillaz Pride, which is one of the most versatile in the game, I think, and one of the strongest at the minute, so being able to pick that Venomancer up might go well here for Gorillaz Pride. I have to see what
10 seconds.
What EgoBoys want to be picking up here.
5 seconds remaining.
Not counter, but the answer to the draft. I do like the Bloodseeker Rubik, but Troll Warlord. Well, you do have the control on the Rubik, the telekinesis if he pops that ult, the Troll Warlord, but it's about the dots, the slows from the Venomancer as well for the Night Stalker so far. You can get aggressive in lane with the Venomancer. I think we did see, God, what was that match? 2 or 3 matches ago. It was like a Venomancer
Radiant's turn to pick.
Night Stalker.
Shadow Demon.
Or something like that. No, it was a Venomancer Tusk. Was it a Venomancer Tusk? Was it a Venomancer Night Stalker? Was it a Night Stalker and a Crystal Maiden up against the Venomancer? I want to say it was the Tusk.
10
just going
seconds.
ham on the top lane.
5 seconds remaining.
No, it was the Night Stalker and the Venomancer and the Tusk and the... Okay, let's forget that. Anyway, the Venomancer went strong on that top lane, went super aggro, and whoever the carry that was with the Venomancer ended up benefiting from a lot of kills as Duster just kept getting... Was it that long ago? The Duster just kept dying on the Crystal Maiden? It is 2 o'clock in the morning. My brain is slowly stopping to work, so I'm just going to stop trying to remember. And just focus on the great game we've got ahead of us here. Gorillaz Pride and EgoBoys. Shadow Demon and Sand King. Again, Sand King offers a lot of control with the Burrow Strike. You've got the slows from the Epicenter now as well. As Omni-Knight does get through. How could I forget about that one? EgoBoys picking that one up. Does give them 3 melee heroes here up against the Rubik and the Venomancer, the Bloodseeker as well with that Blood Right. If they've got the control, could get that off, and it might be detrimental to them. To see what the rest of the bans in the picks are going to be as we move into the final ban phase here from Gorillaz Pride. What's the final ban going to be here from G Pride? What do they not want to be playing up against? What else has been picked tonight that's been pretty strong? The Lena's already out. Viper's already out as well. It depends what both teams need, because I think this is going to be the 4 position Omni-Knight. Maybe, unless that Jakiro, the Gorillaz Pride, I think this is going to be the 3 Omni-Knight, the Night Stalker, and the safe lane Troll Warlord in the mid lane. Because we did see that a couple of matches ago as well. The Troll Warlord in the mid lane. As EgoBoys with their final ban, what don't they want to be playing against? What do they think? You know what? We'd be better off without Gorillaz Pride having the option to pick this up if we just remove it from the draft. Taking the time, just thinking this out. They've got an entire game plan to think about here with their final pick. They do only have 9th pick, not the last pick, so G Pride will be able to come back and just answer, you know, the final pick, depending on what EgoBoys want to pick up here.
Dire's turn to pick.
Ban the Storm Spirit. Maybe an Invoker? We've seen one Invoker tonight. It did alright. If you were watching the EU qualifiers before, you saw Meep, aka Tanner. Thanks for Ryan for informing that was actually Meep. Going absolutely sick on the Storm Spirit. So it's one of those heroes that you cannot rule out in a minute. Just a really strong hero. I think he ended up with plus 30 Bloodstone charges.
5 seconds remaining.
UK Dota's the last hope, showing you how to play the Storm Spirit earlier on in the day. And if you missed that, go back and watch it, because it was an absolute cracker of a match. So EgoBoys, they're getting into the reserve time to think about what this final pick wants to be. Could go for the... Do you want to go for a Zeus with a Rubik on your team? On the opposition's team. They've got 15 seconds left to think about this, so they are really ticking this down. And just using every last second to think about what they want to be picking up. Excuse me. So we have seen a couple of core Ogre Magi's during the EU qualifiers. Whether they want to be running that as a core, or maybe, again, I think it's going to be the Night Stalker and safe Troll Warlord in the
10 seconds.
mid lane. Omni-Knight as that off-lane core, but could run the Ogre Magi as the off-lane core as well. Omni-Knight as the 4, Shadow Demon as the 5. That wouldn't be too bad. G-Pride, full minute and 22 seconds to think about this final pick. I do think it is going to be their mid laner. So they've got to think about something that really deals with the troll in the early game. What can they come up with? Maybe something that keeps the distance. A sniper wouldn't be too bad. Maybe even an OD if people are still on the OD train to get that Astral Imprisonment off onto the Troll Warlord. Just to deny him some time, some space in the fights. Have to wait and see. 49 seconds left.
Choose your hero.
Oh crap. We have a Naga game. So it is going to be Mr. Jeans. Whether he takes that to the safe lane and Kukahook mid lane is the Bloodseeker, we'll have to wait and see. I think that's the way it's going to go. BL on the Rubik, we've got ASD on the Venomancer, so that is going to be a core Venomancer, and Yao on the 4 position Sand King. Meanwhile, on the side of EgoBoys, it is going to be Panda on the Ogre Magi, we've got Azn on the Omni Knight, Isma on the Shadow Demon, Troll Warlord alone on the Night Stalker, and Troll Warlord, I'm going to slaughter this name. I'm just going to call him Ego, because, well no, I'm not going to call him Ego, that's his name tag. Is it now G? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm gonna call him Now G for now. Chat, let me know if the pronunciation's wrong, how it is supposed to be pronounced. And if I've got time, I'll try and dip my head across 5 minutes, catch it up, and try and pronounce it right, because, you know, you want to pronounce it right. Just respectful. But yeah, no, it is that core Omni Knight with Azn playing that on the, what looks like the off-lane Omni Knight. Speaking of, there he is, 219 to 115 win losses in a row. Get ourselves a quick pause as Alone has disconnected.
No blood for you. You conspire.
Okay, tips. We do have a draft. So even if we have to remake, which hopefully we don't have to remake, the next game, it would be back quicker. But yeah, for now, let's take a look at the items. Well, we've got the pause Bastion coming up for BL. No, oh no. Yaro, take the buckler. Which is something that we saw in the EU qualifiers. Everybody seems to pick up a buckler as well as a ring of Bassi.
I almost feel
but on the side of EgoBoys, they're not running it either, the buckler or the Bassi. That could come up later. Wouldn't be surprised to see Alone go for a Vlad, which would necessitate the Bassi. But hopefully we've got our match and we're going to be able to get into the second match of the night.
Plague our enemies.
I was practicing my backstroke.
For some reason, the camera really wanted to zoom in on Ogre Magi. Why not? He's a... Tips.
No blood for you. No blood for you.
From the experts. Stings, don't it?
So 3 heroes going top. We've got the Venomous Gale that's going to be able to slow for the Venomancer. Borrow Strike if he wants to pick it up on the Sand King, and Telekinesis here out as well. But it looks like EgoBoys just keeping Azn back. And whether they go for a 2-2 trade or again try and bluff Kukahook on one of the bottom lane runes. But even if they did try that, there's 4 heroes down here on the dire side of the map. And it is going to be Mr. Jeans in mid, going for the body blocks, actually picking up the mirror image level 1. And we've got a line drawn. Kukahook saying start walking.
At last, the battle begins!
Just gonna be that 2-rune trade. As this is what teams are doing now, when the runes come up, when the outposts come up, you usually just see this 4-man rotation to like whatever your off-lane outpost is. Because if you get lucky... Oh, they're gonna swap lanes. Because yeah, if you get lucky with the 4-man rotation to your off-lane outpost, you could take a decent fight and then take 2 outposts. But with both teams doing it, it's just got that kind of trade-off at the minute. Whether we'll see something a little bit different as the courier does from in right close. And then just waddles its way away. But bottom lane, ASD. It's a neat observer ward. That's real close. It's going to be seeing there's no supports. It's just going to be forcing ASD back. Keeping an eye on him. He can throw the pass out onto Panda. Top lane though. Are they going to try and trade this one off? Arzen has already had to use the salve, and it looks like at least one charge of the purification already. Yes, King's keeping himself bot now as well. Yado going to be coming up against Panda, and it is that burst trick that he took level 1. So whether you want to try and make something happen, Panda is a tanky boy, and he's just going to try and, again, like the courier, just whittle himself out of danger. There is a burrow strike being held for now. It's going to be the burrow strike actually up to the troll warlord. The troll warlord has to use that fairy fire. One more right click, Yado will be able to get the kill, and that goes once again onto Panda. Panda venomous kill comes up in 3 seconds. Are they going to try and chase this one down? Troll TPs himself back in ASD. Yeah, Panda just going to salve himself back up to a decent amount of health. Meanwhile, top lane, Hook. What came out of the courier there? Was this a stick? Mid lane. 9 blast hits for both 2 denies there for the Night Stalker. Gonna be able to get himself to a regen. Yado finds a kill this time onto Panda on the bottom lane. This is it, Sand King Venomancer, absolutely no chill. The courier could have been in a little bit of trouble, but this could be the Ignite. In fact, Koga Magi taking the first point in Ignite when he usually goes for the Fire Blast, Bloodlust, and then completely ignores the Ignite is something special, I guess. Top lane. Pulls into the jungle, Disma looking for denies. BL. Just throwing the harass out. Arzen's going to rotate over now as well. Looking to farm up on this pull.
Purified.
From lane though, Whirling Axes are going to be thrown. Yara though, does he try and turn this one around? He does have a burrow strike. Sandstorm is going to be dropped. Panda and now G move themselves back out of range of the burrow strike Sandstorm. For Venomancer, once they come to contest this pull, the Venomous Gale, it looks like it was off the mark. Unfortunately here, because ASD probably would have gone for another kill if they would have landed that. And there needs to be careful. There was a clap coming out from the tomato. And, well, not that tomato, but still a tomato. And another 5 blast going to be used as well. And actually, ASD is going to try and turn this one around. It's on to Panda Yado. And Burrow Strike up into Venomous Gale. He's not got the mana for it. He's got 2 mana left to get back up. And now it's up. Even the courier could be in a little bit of trouble. ASD, though, will be able to get the kill on Salkanović. Panda comes in. Ignite comes out onto Venomancer. Venomancer does have the headdress. So that's going to be a decent amount of regen. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, Disma. Yeah, just puts the donkey out of the way of danger. Danog is how you pronounce it. Okay.
Denied.
There's mid lane. Mr. Jeans, well, he's now getting above Alone. Maybe because of the Riptide starting to stack up now as well. Alone just struggles when he comes into last hit because those illusions just proc it and proc it and proc it. And Alone does have a bottle and salve.
Illusion.
Meanwhile, top lane, again, Fukahook. Just trying to do what he can to wrap that doesn't. Bottom lane, though. I'm seeing pings. I am seeing pings. And with how aggressive ASD as well as Yado have been here. Oh, the disruption on the Rubik. It's going to be a bounty rune going the way of Disma. The BL to get the telekinesis doesn't have the mana for the harass, but Roshan, he don't care.
It's sinking.
I'm not going to bother you.
Just like your ships. Dire structures are fortified.
Lane alone, trying to pull his best Naga Siren impression. Popping those illusion runes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane once again underneath the tier 1 tower. Arzen is going to take a little bit of harass. Not got any more mana for the purification. But look at this. Underneath the tier 2 tower, Alone's taking shots. The uphill mischance comes out, and Rubik protects the courier all the way back to Fountain.
Is under
Bottom lane. And once again, they're going to try and make a move. Burrow Strike comes through. Sandstorm's going to be there as well. No mana. It looks like the Venom scale was already popped. Okay, Venomancer pauses. Who has disconnected? You want it off cold blind mode? I can do that.
And we're underway.
Can I do that? How do I do that?
Dire's top
We'll come back to that one as an
under
impulse.
attack.
ASD does have the magic stick charges if you want to try and make something happen here. Venom scale will go out. Now going to be slowed down, but the Whirling Axes will be thrown now as well. Panda just doing a little bit of body blocking onto the Venomancer. Top lane again. Well, Kukahook is actually only level 5 and Arzen is level 6. So Kukahook being forced back, really trying to heal up. BL, he's just going to go for the TP. The Void's already been used by the Night Stalker. BL just TPs himself away to safety. Now, bottom lane, I think trying to be able to kill off Nahog here. It looks like the disruption comes out into the Venom. So Nahog's still checking down pretty down low. Yado on the end of the range of the tower, so that's Sandstorm keeping him alive for now. It looks like the stick charges are going to be used by ASD. He's going to go for the TP. Through a Fire Blast to keep him stunned up, not for 3 seconds. He still dies?
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Died in Fountain, I guess to the poison from the Shadow Demon. And now there's the Rupture coming out onto Alone, and Alone is alone. And Bloodseed just runs him to the top with all the movement speed of the Thirst.
No blood for you.
Tomato is on Infamous, guys. As far as I remember. It's just that, you know, you get the Hellburst Smasher, it just looks like a giant tomato. So you'll get that in 5 minutes when stream catches up to chat. Rubik in the mid lane coming up against Alone. Alone may want to try and charge him down here, but underneath the tier 1 tower, when there's no creeps and there's a telekinesis on the Rubik, that would be a hard kill to get. Or Drake comes through well and acts out that ASD just puts himself at a good distance away. Panda though, just taking these poison stings like a champ.
Not so.
I like a chump.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is daily.
Alone in the mid lane. Again, once again, he's alone. Oh, the Royal Jelly comes out for the Omni Knight. Does he use a charge himself? He does, and maybe passes that off to the Disma, if he wants to use it. If he wants to use it. How's Troll doing? Last hit wise, only 35 to the 56 of the Bloodseeker.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Panda. I don't know what he's hanging around for. Maybe trying to look for a courier, but not really going to be able to
For
find
the
one.
all-knowing one. Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Hook's gonna come in, the rush of the burrow strike now. On deck, could be in a whole lot of trouble. He's gonna try and keep himself out of trouble, but in the sandstorm as well as the damage. I think it might be, no, the disruption comes. Yada will be in a whole lot of danger himself, and now Disma will be able to find the kill. This might be a turnaround. ASD does with the blood right. Just Hook try and come back in on this. There's gonna be the Venomous Gale Panda. He's taken down, but he's got the regen. 4.9 regen to be precise.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Yeah. Do they try and fight this? Because Troll's going to be able to back himself up and get at least one outpost. Unless Sun King wants to TP himself, he's not going to be able to TP himself top. Yeah, so this is just going to be again
Middle tower is
on the
under
outposts. Sun King was trying to get there in time. Did he get there in time? He actually cancels it off and keeps now from being able to channel it. And now he's taking a whole lot of damage from this. He channels it himself inside the sandstorm. And now Nahog not able to channel it himself. So that's going to be cheekily 2 outposts going the way of G Pride. You are back on the bottom lane. Azen could be in a little bit of danger.
healing shock.
Back behind the tier 1 tower, Bloodseeker finds a kill and then just runs his ass away.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
And now ASD doing what the Venomancers have been doing since the new patch, just putting down these Plague Wards, level 3 on the Plague Wards, just pushing this lane in with the catapult. 10 minutes, siege creep comes in, you push this tier 1 tower, you put as much arrow as you can onto this.
Dire's top
With the crybaby here, ASD.
The plunge. Dire's top tower is under attack.
3 heroes in a smoke alone. It's not actually smoked up. I think, yeah, it's going to be the reveal here. Smoke breaks and the Plague Ward see it. So Shadow Demon Surprise Villain. Sun King gets himself an Ocean Heart. Meanwhile, Mr. Jeans just being left alone. Got himself 3 Wraith Bands. A Yasha going towards the Mantis style. So no defusal just yet. Himself the broom handle for the extra attack range, the damage and the armor. Ogre, you are not bounty hunter, mate, and it's way too late to be trying to snipe Furious.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge. Dire structures are fortified.
But yeah, ASD, yeah, just keeping this lane pushed in with his Plague Wards. Shadow behind the tier 2 tower as well, Sandstorm. Just keeping this lane away from the tier 1 tower. And keeping the creeps pushed up to the tier 2 tower on the Dire side. He's going to go for the TP away now that he sees the troll up onto the top lane. Are they going to go for another gank? Level 9, but no epicenter. Got a burst kill point, I'm pretty sure. No, he's not. EU Markslow. First strike is going to be there onto the Omni Knight. The blood right now as well. Do they have the damage to finish off the Omni Knight? It looks like Yado just giving himself into the Sandstorm once again, out of range of it as will be killed off. Yado get with the Sandstorm. Will Naxis flies through now as well onto the Triple Warlord. That burrow strike. And now side lanes in the trees. Alone's going to try and get himself in. There's going to be a Fade Ball bouncing, reducing the damage. The net comes out. The burrow strike now as well. It's going to be a death for the Ogre. Picks that one up and Alone goes down to BL. Tips and popped. Chase is on one more right click. Shadow Demon just accepts his fate. So G Pride 13 minutes in, 10-3.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
Just taking control of this Libra. And again, guys, reminder, the first set of games were Mox was casting. EgoBoys went 2-0. And I'm pretty sure it was well. ASD.
Structures can't be breached. I could.
Heaven Grace. That's not bad for fights. The strength and health regen. It's just, okay, they're going to try and make a play here for outpost, but it's going to be Spot Panda. It's still back. Venomous Gale is going to last. Coming in from the right hand side. Kuka Hook from right. Take down the Oka McGee. Burrow Strike not up for 5 seconds. If you look at the TPs, at least the Sand King and the Naga Shrine though. Doesn't look like he's going to try and get in and snatch. Is there going to be a TP in to try and delay it or stop it? Doesn't look like. They just want to go for the tier 2 tower. Is going to keep 15 minutes. It's going to come up. So those rooms. It looks like it's going to be a 2 split once again.
Tower is about to take the plunge.
And the tower. G-Pride want to be here playing the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
RXD. 8 Venomous Gale time is alright, but it's 125 mana when you point 675. And your ultimate Poison Nova is 200 as well. You're not going to be spitting too much of these. Burrow Strike on the back line. There's going to be the Sandstorm coming through now as well. Shadow Demon. And they're going to be able to lock him down. And Poison Sting's coming through from those Plague Wards as well. There's going to be another. Well, Venomous Gale is a little bit short. Rupture is going to be there as well. Dismar gets himself back to high ground. There's going to be the stat just coming through from ads. But this just opens up the tier 2 tower because it keeps the Shadow Demon back. You've got 3 heroes pushing onto this. Well, they take the tier 1 tower in the bot lane. Night Stalker. Does he want to try and go onto the Naga?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The drum has been popped. And Dismar has not gets himself back to the high ground once again, but the tier 2 tower has fallen.
Radiant's bottom tower is staggering.
Like a drunk
G
sailor.
just carries on farming, going for the blade now. That's going to be big, but he comes up against Panda. Panda is going to be in there. The TP's coming in for the Sand King as well as the Venomancer. They are going to be making a move. It's going to be Shadow with the Blink Dagger though. Oh, he's holding the Burrow Strike for now. Doesn't need it. Just keeps it in case anybody else rotated in. Troll Warlord playing with danger. So close to 3 heroes, instantly goes for the TP out. You know they can get aggressive now. BL is going to be the victim of this because there were 2 TPs in to help the Naga Siren. So can they get there in time though? Is there going to be a song? The Burrow Strike is going to be coming through now as well as the Blood Ray. G-Pride, are they going to try and carry on fighting the Venom Scale? I think it's a little bit too short, but they can carry on chasing down Omni Knight if they want to. There's no Rupture left, but Omni Knight, is he going to be able to get himself away safely? Kuka Hook wants to carry on chasing the Purification. It's going to be Pop Blood right now as well. Forces him to the left. Burrow Strike. The Guardian Angel comes out and it looks like G-Pride just want to give this up. No, the Poison Nova now as well. Venomancer's TP has been cancelled. I'll show you that was the Omni-Knight TP. The Venomancer was already used his TP to get to the bottom shrine. Nope. Burrow Strike, but this could still be Dismal going down. So not a trade. Buybacks to that. Ooh, buybacks. The Burrow Strike comes through onto the Ogre Magi now as well, but there's going to be the Fire Blast and Seeker. He's going to Rupture in 5. He's going to be able to get himself away safely. Kuka Hook will be able to move himself back, and now Yarrow entries. Burrow Strikes himself through for Night Stalk. That's such a good play. And now he's in the stand, so he's got Rupture, but the Justice Appearance will be wearing off, and he just gets the blink away. So Strong still held. Maybe if you want to make a move in towards Roshan, Diffusal Blade picked up now as well. Swap it over to the net worth. I'm just seeing that it's about 4k net worth lead for the Naga Siren, because she had a pretty free mid lane once the Night Stalker couldn't contest that anymore. Troll Warlord was put under pressure by the dual lane of the Venomancer as well as that Sand King. Isn't going to try and do what he can, but that Heavenly Grace is going to be wearing off pretty soon. And now if you want to try and fight the Blood Ray onto the Burrow Strike now as well, this is going to be the silence onto the Omni Knight. The Omni Knight is going to be able to Purification if he gets the silence. No, he's still silent, so not going to be able to get that chase down into the tier 3 tower. Shadow Demon goes down, and this is going to be a second tier 2 tower on the way to G-Pride.
Middle tower is under pressure. Dire's middle tower just got knocked down. Dire's middle tower is drowning.
So, tower goes down. This opens up space for G-Pride. No Omni Knight for 15 seconds, and I think by the time he's back up, that's going to be at least melee rocks. Just look at these illusions with the Naga Siren. No, Siren doesn't even need to get the bases down. Fortification is going to be used for the Sandstorm, so Yado, all these big wards now as well. There was a fire blast? I heard it. It doesn't matter, Ogre dead. Jeans gets him another kill. Again, I think this is the danger. Night Stalker needs to move himself back to the tier 4 towers because these Plague Wards as well as the Rupture doing so much damage, and that comes out now onto the Warlord. He moves in. Is the song going to be coming out? The song is going to be used. The epic into the wasted in there. That feels bad, man. But for Warlord going on to this, there's going to be the bait ball, and he can get the kill with Power Strike now as well. The destruction comes out, but Cocohook not the biggest threat on this, and now Omni Knight, part of the telekinesis, will be killed off and chased down. So, fire comes through from the troll. Dieback comes through from the troll. Disma, the last line of the defense. It's not a great last line of defense. Okay, that's the last line. Nope, my Night Stalker's dead. Even ASD, giving it the XD in chat and the sorry. He won't see your sorry because it's allies only.
Dyer's
top tower is under attack.
And yeah, GG, well played is going to be called by EgoBoys as the discus come out. So stick a fork in them. EgoBoys are done. So obviously here, there's only one how Gorilla